The world watches a conflict where right is wrong and victim is villain. This is not hyperbole. This is the daily reality in Palestine. Basic concepts of justice are twisted. The occupied are labeled aggressors. Those fighting for their homes are branded terrorists. This narrative, carefully constructed, demands our scrutiny. How can we, as global citizens, accept this distortion? When did defending your home become a crime? When did survival become terrorism? The answers are uncomfortable, forcing us to confront a hard truth. We are complicit in this inversion of justice. Imagine this. You wake up to explosions. Your home, your sanctuary, is now a target. This is not a nightmare. This is life for families in Gaza. They are not soldiers. They are doctors, teachers, children. Their crime? Existing on land deemed strategically important. The world sees rockets and cries foul. But what of the bombs that fell first? What of the constant fear, the lack of basic necessities? Palestinian resistance is born of desperation, a fight for survival against an overwhelming force. To label them terrorists is to ignore the context, to dehumanize their struggle. Where are the upholders of international law? Where is the outrage from those who champion human rights? The silence is deafening, replaced by murmurs of complex situation and both sides' rhetoric. This is not a balanced conflict. It is a struggle for survival against oppression. The support for these actions, often justified in the name of democracy, is hypocrisy at its finest. How can democracy exist when one group is denied basic rights? How can we, the international community, stand by and watch as homes are destroyed, children killed, and call it defense? Section 4. Childhood interrupted. Children are not born with hate in their hearts. Yet, in Palestine, they learn the language of war before they learn to read. Imagine a childhood punctuated by sirens, a life lived in fear of the next airstrike. This is the reality for Palestinian children. The psychological scars of this conflict will last generations. The trauma of displacement, the loss of loved ones, the constant fear. These are not wounds that heal easily. We are failing these children, denying them the right to a childhood, the right to dream of a future free from violence. Section 5. Democracy's twisted mirror. The actions of those who claim to be defending democracy are a distortion of the very values they claim to uphold. Democracy is not bombing civilians. It is not displacing families. It is not silencing dissent. It is about protecting the rights of all people, regardless of their religion or ethnicity. To use religion as a justification for violence is a dangerous game. It twists faith into a weapon, fueling hatred and division. True faith, regardless of one's beliefs, should be about compassion, understanding, and the pursuit of peace. Section 6. A plea for humanity. This is not a call for sides, but a call to action. We cannot remain silent while injustice prevails. We must demand accountability from our leaders. We must amplify the voices of the oppressed. We must recognize the humanity of the Palestinian people. The time for indifference is over. The time for empty words is past. The future of Palestine, the lives of innocent men, women, and children hangs in the balance. Let us act before it's too late, before the world becomes numb to the suffering, before humanity itself becomes the ultimate casualty.